Hi, Travel Quest Network. It's Bonnie Lee. We're using a new go-to for our Facebook Live. Thus, I wasn't ready like 4 seconds ago, but now I am. So, hello. I found my really, really good friend Nancy, whose last name I've never been able to pronounce.
Augenbach.
Well, that's not so hard.
No, it's
But
not.
as I get older, it
looks
gets
better.
harder.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
So I've actually known Nancy for many years. She was with Travel Leader. She's owned an agency. And now she's with Star Clipper. And the reason I'm giving you a bit of her history is actually specific because what it tells each of you is that Nancy was in your shoes. She sold to the consumer, right?
Right.
So she's got kind of the exact same thought process that we would have, what we're trying to learn and how we might sell a product. So she's with, as I said, oh, I gotta go like this. I'm trying. When you do Facebook Live, right is left. Well, actually, that should work in my world because right typically is left for me, so it should be fine.
Right.
But now I'm backwards. So, Star Clipper. And how long, Nancy, have you been with this line?
I have been with them for 2 months.
And the interesting thing is, Nancy came out of retirement for this line. So that again tells Bonnie Lee something about the line because Nancy just wouldn't pop out of retirement for anything. So, Nancy, these ships have a bunch of sails. Is that like concerning? What if there's no wind? What do we got going on?
Well, if there isn't any wind, we use engines.
Yay!
Yes, we have engines. We only use them 10 to 25% of the time is when we use our engines. But we have to use them going into and out of port.
Oh, yeah, you totally would not want to be reliant on the wind. I saw that just happen, and I'm not going to mention any cruise lines, but that would be problematic if you were counting on the wind.
Yes.
Not a good thing.
Not a good thing. So we use them going in and out of port, and we have 4 and 5 masted ships. So our Royal Clipper is the largest passenger sailing vessel in the world. So,
wait a minute, say that again.
Our Royal Clipper is the largest masted sailing ship in the world. We're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Which is interesting because the piece that you want to pull out of there is masted. That's what I was kind of getting at.
Right.
So this is, you're saying the Royal Clipper is the largest sailing ship in the world.
Vessel. Yes, it is. Yep, ship,
okay.
Vessel. Yes, it is. And it's masted with 5 sets of sails. And when, as I was telling you earlier, when those sails go up, when they are taken in the wind, it gave me goosebumps. It's the sound, and each night when we leave port, they will put music on and they will raise the sails. And it literally gives you goosebumps. It's pretty amazing.
So I don't know if you have sailed. I mean, even doing a catamaran, and I've been on a little bigger ship other than a catamaran. But I'm gonna agree with you on that. When the sail catches the wind, and it's that.
It is. It's just like a full feeling. It's just amazing.
It feels so. This is going to be a very experiential type sailing for customers versus a large ship.
Exactly.
Your biggest ship, if I'm remembering, you said is the Royal Clipper, which is the newest.
Yes.
Correct. And she carries 214 passengers.
Correct.
So that's 214, very, very small experiential. And you have the whole experience of the sails and not so big.
Right.
You have 2 other ships, sister ships, the Clipper, not the Royal Clipper, the Clipper,
Star Clipper.
or the Star Clipper.
Yep.
And the Flyer.
The Star Flyer.
And how big are those 2?
And they hold 170 passengers. They got 85 cabins, and they're identical. They're identical ships, and we have one in the Med and one in the Southeast Asia.
Awesome.
So-
And they're small. I mean, I really enjoy small ships. I was just telling Nancy I've just gotten off of a small ship last week, and it was the interesting part was I didn't feel like crazed when I got off, and I don't mean crazed in a bad way, but it's challenging for Bonnie Lee to maneuver on a big ship. Like, where's the front? Where's the back? Where's my cabin?
I get turned around.
Where do I dine? So much of my mental energy on a larger ship, and this is purely speaking from my own experience. So much of my energy is actually spent on trying to figure out where I'm going. That when I got off, I'm always a little bit whatever.
Yeah.
But here, I was not. And so I'm going to venture to guess. And that ship I was on had like 800 people. Now I'm chopping this down now I got a quarter of the amount of people.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
And it was amazing. When I got on, I wasn't quite sure because they are replicas of 1800 sailing ships. So the beautiful teak wood, when you get onto the ship and you get into the tropical bar, you feel like you are in the tropical bar. The only thing that's missing is the sand.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you just for a second because we're using this new method here for Facebook Live. And typically I can see if there's questions, but I can't right now. So I'm going to walk away and I am going to let you continue with describing the ship. And I'm going to be back in 42 seconds.
Okay, that
or
sounds
less.
good.
Because I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions.
Okay.
So you have at it, my friend Nancy.
There we go.
I'll be right back, guys. I want to validate what I believe is true is true.
Yeah, so these three ships are pretty amazing. The sister ships, the Star Clipper and the Star Flyer, are amazing. They are they're smaller. They have 85 cabins, and walking on to the ship, you walk into the tropical bar, and like I said, the only thing missing is the sand on the deck.
Well, we could make that happen.
Yes,
Just bring
we
a
can.
couple of buckets.
If everybody goes to dinner at the same time, there's room for everybody in the dining room. But people come over a 2 to 3 hour period.
Oh, nice.
And so it's very relaxing. Lunch and dinner are a buffet with stations.
Okay.
So it's very good, tasty food. The cabins are typical sailboat type cabins. They are smaller, but they are so they're appointed so well that the storage is amazing, and there's no elevators. So
whoa. So if someone had, if you did have someone who was physically challenged, would or would not.
This
it's
would
not
not
going to
be.
work. Okay, got
This
it.
would not be wheelchairs or walkers. They have to be pretty able.
Okay, well that's a really good point.
It's a very
good point to know.
very good point. And we don't go to a lot of the ports in the Caribbean that a lot of other ships go. We sail out of St. Martin and Barbados, and we go to St. Kitts and St. Martin and
A lot of the smaller
the Treasure
ones
Islands.
then.
Yeah, a lot of the really small Caribbean islands. So you see a little something different.
So do you? And I don't know this. Do you like pull up to the dock and everybody gets off? Do you tender in? Like what? How does one
mostly
do
tender
that?
in.
Oh, okay, how does one do that? I don't know.
We've
Walk
done
the
both.
plank.
That's right. We walk the plank and we swim it. No, no. So we mostly tender in.
Okay.
And it was really cool when we were in St. Bart's last year. We were walking around and I had a backpack that had a picture of the ship on the back, and everybody kept asking, "Is that your?" Because it's so different in port.
Yeah,
you
and
don't
it's
see
very.
it. It's so unique, and we come right into a lot of the ports so close that
Oh, wow.
they get a real good view of our ships.
And what Nancy and I were actually talking about, she owned a Travel Leaders, I owned a Travel Leaders, so we traveled the world, she and I, very luckily, and we're incredibly blessed, and we know that.
Isn't that the truth?
But the things we've been allowed to do, the hotels we've stayed at, the ships we've sailed, everything that many of you have gotten to do, she and I have done. And so our level of service and the appointment in the room and all of those things, we're fairly spoiled.
We
are
have
very
said
spoiled.
that.
We're very spoiled. So I was saying to Nancy, how do the Star Clipper ships mirror like what we're used to, or is it what we're used to? Is it different? And she said, because we need to always be honest. We need to
Yes.
never overpromise,
No.
and then underdeliver. Our job in actually doing Facebook Lives and chatting with you is to give you the tools to always under promise and over deliver. So understanding the Star Clipper product, I think, is huge.
Yes.
So how would you differentiate the Star Clipper experience from that higher end one that
Right.
We might be thinking in our mind? Like when you think of a small ship, I would think of, hey, very high end, blah blah blah, whatever.
Oh, Aquanaut or
yes,
what,
yes.
something. Well, number one, what's so unique about us is we actually use our sails to
Go somewhere.
go somewhere.
They're not just for decoration.
They're not for decoration, as some are. So we actually use our sails, and it's a working ship. So if you want to help pull the sails, we have an open bridge policy. You can't sleep at
cool.
night. You want to go and hang out up there. As long as everything is going,
Working
correctly. We have that open bridge policy, and people love that. People that like sailing get it.
Perfect.
Like I said, when I first walked on, I was a little taken aback because it's so plain, and I was like, I feel like I'm on a sailboat. Well, that's the point.
Hello, you are on a sailboat.
I was. It's smaller. You step over I can't remember what they're called. The doorways.
Oh yeah.
They still have those features of a sailing ship, and so it's very, very cool that way. They still have the keys. So these
You mean a key?
a real key. So the replica.
So if I lose it,
Yeah.
it's not like just go make me another card.
That's right.
Okay,
So you
good
need
to know.
You need
Good
to hold on to that.
Good
key.
to know.
So, and the food is great. And they don't have the big shows.
Casino.
They have no casino, and they have a little tiny gift shop.
So
And-
what do people do on the ship in the evening then?
They gather on the tropical bar, or they'll go inside to the other bar, and there's a grand piano in there. They have a library with lots of games. It's just so relaxing. I didn't feel like I had to hurry up and get ready and get downstairs to hit whatever. Granted,
Hey, that's
I've-
for me.
I've done that too.
I'm not so keen on hurry up and get
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
because I'm trying to relax. So I this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing in the evening it's you, yourself, your traveling companion, and themselves, and maybe some people you have come on board with or people you have met. You're getting together, you're having conversations,
Exactly.
you're watching the stars, whatever.
It's amazing. It's in the average Star Clippers customer sails again on one of our ships. 60% will sail within 1 year.
And how old? Do you have an age?
The age group is coming down. We're getting a lot of millennials, but I would say the average age is 45 to 65.
Yeah, and somebody who's able-bodied. But it's interesting because, see, I would think that it would be a great sailing opportunity for people who are a little bit younger because take all those bells and whistles away. Though they may want them or not, they are very in tune with experiential. Like, give me something that's a little bit different. Allow me to make my own path, etc.
And let me tell you about what I did. And that's
Woo.
what it really is. And like we tell our travel partners, you need to call them when they get back because they will book again. And we don't want to take the booking.
So can they book on the ship? Like many of the other lines, they can book on the ship.
They give them a form.
Oh, okay.
And they can bring that form back. So they can't actually book on the ship, but they have a form that they'll get a discount, and they can bring that to their travel agent. If they would happen to call us direct, that's the first thing we ask them is, what is, do you have a travel agent? Have you booked before?
Okay.
Because there is a discount for people that have sailed in the past.
So it's a good idea then if you have someone that's going on a Star Clipper, let them know ahead of time, hey, they're going to offer you a discount. You have the opportunity if you really like it. Don't let that hold you back. Do whatever you need to do, and then they can come back and call you. But as a travel professional, always be proactive. Reach out to them to see if they actually did.
And like we've told our customers for years, or our travel partners for years, they will sail again. So you might as well get the booking.
Exactly.
So to me, it's for people that are in this industry, it's a no-brainer. It's like you've got another booking. I was sitting at the Tropical Bar one night.
Drinking?
No. Yeah. Yeah, I was.
I just had a check.
And I was visiting with this lady, and she goes on 3 a year. Now, think about it. We only have 3 ships, but she loves the product so much. And she said she's a single, and we have huge solo offers.
Oh, great. So that's important. What you're really saying is if you have a single person traveling, they are not going to get dinged heavy duty to be a single supplement.
150 or 200%. Not on every sailing, of course,
but
select sailings, but it's a great, we have a group that I was dealing with last week, and there was 16 of them, 16 single women. And they all
sounds like
that
fun.
Like fun.
I'm just telling you. I know. Not that they'd be ripping the ship apart. No, it sounds like just a really fun time.
Can you imagine the problems that they could solve?
Oh my gosh. We just got to get the right email address.
That's right.
We can do world peace.
Here's
the method.
That's exactly right. But they all had their single rooms because it happened to be a solo sailing.
How great is
so
that?
It's really neat, and
so
it offers something so different.
So if one of our agents is thinking, hey, I do have a group of women and I do want to look for the opportunity, like what sailings might have a single supplement or not have a single supplement, is that we should talk about training. So maybe we'll go into that and then we'll answer this question. How about that?
Yeah,
so training, is there training in the agent website for Star Clipper? Can they get training in there?
There is. There's agent.starclippers.com.
Which is in the portal, and I'll validate that it's there, and I will post it here. So if you're looking for it, I'll post it after the fact.
And there's some great videos in there. It has all of our promotions. Being that we have 3 ships, we don't alter our prices. We'll offer promotions.
Oh, good.
So you don't have to be worried about the price dropping.
Mm-hmm.
But we will put promotions in where needed. And
can you give me an example of a promotion?
Absolutely.
Like, is it maybe we're gonna? And I'm just saying this. I always say I qualify this with I don't know. So I might be making a fool of myself or you, one of the two of us. So would it maybe be, hey, we're gonna include a drink package? Is that what you're talking about for different promos?
And being a Travel Leaders affiliate, all of your people will get a $75 per person onboard credit.
Wow, remember that.
So that's just for being part of
great promotion, and make sure you do tell your clients that if you don't, and they talk to another travel leaders who says you're going to get a $75 onboard credit, you might not get the sale because you didn't showcase that out front.
Right.
And I think that's an important thing.
It is really important. Yeah. So some of our sailings that we have, some of our promotions, is the waived single supplement on certain sailings. And then all of these are on our portal, our agent portal, for you to print out, and it has all the sailing dates on the back,
Perfect.
which are great. They have
Wouldn't that be fun to actually have a group block some space on one of those and promote that out to? Um, uh, okay, this is a dumb idea, so don't take it. But I said, what if you had a bunch of hunters?
yes,
And they wanted to go on a Star Clipper. You could just get all those hunters on and they could talk about deer or grouse or turkey
whatever
or
it is.
fishing people.
That's
I
right.
don't know. Or ladies or
Uh-huh.
a group of ladies who like to hunt.
That-
But the
and-
point
and-
is,
yep.
I think it would be great for any group of people who just want to get together and have some common. They have a common denominator.
You know, sometimes you go, and even if you just go out and meet people for, a burger or whatever, sometimes it's so loud everywhere,
Yeah.
you can't even visit. You can visit. It is relaxing. And then we have special offers. Again, all of these are on the portal, but they have things that, a pick a perk. They have air.
Oh, so it just kind of depends.
Yes, so some of it's air, some of it's again onboard credit, some of it's prepaid gratuities. The open bar or the bar package is mostly for groups, and that's another thing. A group with Star Clipper is 5 cabins, 10 people.
Oh wow.
$100
Deposit.
deposit, $100 deposit starts the group. What's different with Star Clippers is that we don't block cabins. Well, we can, but on normal group we don't block the cabins. So you aren't out any money, and then as you sell them, there's a $400 deposit,
Oh, okay.
and then final payment's not due till 90 days prior, which just blows me away. So you can get your $400 deposit back 91 days prior to sailing. I mean, there's just like little or no risk.
So,
So
I
it's
think
easy
that's
to
the
book.
point you're talking about, risk, and that's the biggest thing with doing an open group.
Right.
So it's very easy. I am going to guess that there's probably some group training in the portal people
Yes.
could take so you can get a little better understanding. And of course, your information's in the portal.
Right. And
You can just touch base with Nancy, and she'll go
Anytime.
into all that nitty gritty.
one other thing, though, I do want to say about groups is we have something because our vice president of sales used to be in travel, and actually she trained me in 1980. But anyway, we have a promotion called Celebration. So if you book 5 cabins, either a group or 5 individual cabins, you get a cabin for yourself to sail within a year.
Oh, to experience the product.
To experience the product. So let's say you have a group and you have 20 people and you're going to earn TDs.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that, and this celebration is totally separate.
Oh, nice.
So we
Because
really
there is nothing better than actually getting on a
It
ship
is,
or
yes.
in a hotel, staying, walking the deck,
Experience.
experiencing. I think especially for Star Clipper,
Yep.
because you are.
It's
It's
different.
a very unique
It's a
product.
very, and it's not for everybody, and I wouldn't sell this to everybody.
Mhm.
But we have a great crossover with River Cruises.
I would think
I've
yeah.
done a few presentations with Alma.
Mhm.
And so we have a great crossover
Neat.
with the river cruises and what I call non-cruisers, the people that say I hate cruising.
So what's the shortest sailing you guys do?
We have a few throughout the year that are a 3 or 4, and basically what that is that if there's a charter that purchased part of a sailing,
Oh yeah.
there'll be a remainder. Like I think in 2020 we have a 3-4 day in the Med because someone bought most of the 4 day.
And what a perfect opportunity if you have clients who you believe it might be perfect for, but they're a little bit hesitant, then to
Exactly.
look for maybe a smaller sailing. And are you saying then that you would recommend, hey, you can tag a Star Clipper onto, say, a river cruise because you've got one
Yep.
experience backing up to another. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Or
I
the
hadn't thought of.
end or the beginning of a land tour.
Oh yeah.
You know, like our Southeast Asia, you can sail anywhere from 14 to 21 days without repeating a port because of the way they have them set. So if you're going to go to Southeast Asia and you want to experience more, you can do 2 back-to-backs, plus there's a discount, but you can do 2 back-to-backs and you've got a 14-day trip. It's a long ways to go for a 7-night cruise.
Right,
But
so
most
you
of
guys
ours
do
are
the Med, you do the Caribbean, and you do Southeast Asia.
Yes. And with the Caribbean, we do some Panama.
Oh, that's right, Panama, and they have a crossing.
Yes.
I mean, a repositioning that goes across the Atlantic. I went, really? I mean, that seems like a long time in a sail ship,
Yeah,
but she
it
goes,
is.
it sails out. So
Yep, it does. It's amazing, and our group product is, you know, if you've got a couple, 2 cabins, and they want to go, let's try to find a couple more friends and put it together as a group. Then they'll get some group benefits, and it's just a great opportunity.
this is, I've never sailed on a Star Clipper. Number one, I have to tell you, Walt used to sail just catamarans. Okay, catamarans on lakes in Minnesota. I don't know if that really counts as sailing, but
I
we
think it
used to
does.
go, you know, when we were in the Caribbean, he would do a catamaran, and so he a little bit out on the ocean, and he loves that when the sail fills, which I really like as well. So he's always, you know, kind of
Had
said
that
to me, you know,
heart.
gosh, I would love to do something where maybe I could go and talk to the person who's operating the sails. I would not like that because, again, left is right and right is left. Up could be down, and we're not that. I would.
We're not
I would
going
not,
there.
I
We're
would
not going there,
even
Bonnie.
care. I'm not going to do that. But for a couple like Walt and myself, where I want the quiet, I want to maybe just chill, I want to look at the stars, it's perfect for someone like me. And then you have that whole operational thing for someone like Walt,
Yes.
who really wants to see how those sails work and
Uh-huh.
how all of that works. So I can see kind of a little
Yeah.
opportunity there for couples that are like Walt and I, the absolute opposite of the other.
Paul and I, the
Yes,
same way.
yes, just like she and her husband.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
exactly. So I'm really excited that my friend Nancy is repping this line. Because she kind of fell into my lap here, and I was like, hey, stop in and visit, and I want to keep all of our people in tune. So I'm gonna make sure. Did I miss anything here? So you have the sister ships, the Clipper and the Flyer.
Yep.
They hold 170 people, 85 cabins, very small, very easy to navigate, obvious. And then you have your newest and your biggest, which is the Royal Clipper, and that's 240 people. And the Royal Clipper does the Med along with the Flyer.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so that's where the Med is, and so then the Clipper
Is in
must be our
all
Southeast Asia.
all year long.
All
in
year
Southeast
long.
Asia, yeah. And it's like I said, it's pretty amazing. We are hoping for a 4th ship. It is built. Hopefully, we'll see it within the next year, and that will be the Flyer.
2.
Yeah, I
That's
can't remember the name.
I would
But-
never even venture out
Yeah,
on a limb.
But
to
she's
try
going to be
figure
big.
that out.
You know, she's going to be 300 passengers, and
Oh my God,
and-
she's going way out of the ballpark.
and what's
for me.
amazing is on the Royal, they have balcony cabins, and
Nice.
and they also have a platform, a water sports platform. So that's one thing that's we didn't touch on, but just if you've got
Oh.
divers,
Yeah.
Southeast Asia is like, I guess, the bucket list place for divers. And all the water sports are included. And on the Royal Clipper, they have.
Oh, this is important.
Yes, it's real. So people that love the water sports, we have the boogie boards, we have water skiing, and it's all included.
So but now you said diving. Diving, I would guess, is
The
not
air, yes,
included.
diving is not included. Snorkeling is, but they have the equipment on the
On the ship,
on the
so-
Star Clipper in Southeast Asia. I know most divers like to bring their own, but all you just pay for the air. And but we
And she
have
doesn't
dive
mean
master.
air that you fly there. And she means
Yes, the air to
that
dive.
air.
That air.
The important
the
air.
important air. That's right.
And you
That's right.
said platform, so
Mhm.
my guess is that means on the aft. See, I'm learning.
You are.
Oh, aft. Yes,
Yep.
front and back. Aft.
Yeah.
On the aft and part of the ship, a
Comes
platform pops down, and then you're coming off of there. Which for me, that's a really big deal. I mean, I think it's a very big deal.
Yeah, it is. It's really it's a totally different, like you said, experimental experience.
Not experimental.
And not experimental experience. But it's it's just very different. And that's what's so exciting.
I'm excited. I it's kind of like I said, something that Walt has always thought about doing. And maybe I don't have a bucket list, but if I had, I'd probably pop this
It
on
might be
there.
on there.
It's a little stressful
Well, and
for
if
me
you-
to have a bucket list. So.
Yeah, well, I know.
Not doing
Because
it.
that means what happens, I mean, I just
Oh
keep
my
adding.
God! I'm like I'm behind on my bucket list.
Yeah, I don't want to be behind on one more thing, you know. But if you have people, like I said, it's for cruisers, definitely, but it's also for not cruisers. It's for adventure.
Yeah, I can see it.
Adventure
Yeah,
travel.
something different.
It's something different, and if you have sailing clubs, if you have yacht clubs, if you have a bridge club, if you have a mahjong club, you know.
Oh, that was Walt's mom's favorite.
Oh
game.
my mother loved.
Oh my
mahjong.
God! we would call her on the holiday, and she'd go,
Can't
"Call
talk.
you back. I can't talk. We're
Can't
playing
talk.
mahjong."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Okay."
That is so social. I love it.
It's so cool.
So yeah. So
Nobody ever says mahjong.
yeah. I think it's because my mom liked it, you know. So if you've got groups like that, and we have on this Royal Clipper, we have a card room, and we have another little area that you can reserve to play cards or
How now? And so, just
Scrapbook or-
hopefully, that just opens your mind up to how different this ship, these ships, this company actually is for your consumers.
Well, another thing is, let's say you have somebody that has a talent. Are they a singer? Are they a yoga instructor? Are they
One of our agents is a really good karaoke guy.
okay?
I'm just saying, Jason.
Oh, there we go. But send me your credentials. Send me the credentials of your customers. We're always looking for themed cruises. So if you know
fun.
somebody that's an amazing chef that would, that they would want to send us their credentials, and we have a photography. Again, it's on
How
our
about a
agent.
mediocre chef?
Yeah. There you go. And we send
How
it-
to make oatmeal
Oh.
4 different ways.
open.
Exactly. Apple cinnamon.
There we go.
honey nut.
Yeah, there you go. You got all kinds of all kinds of.
Sorry.
No,
Oh, so are you saying we could actually contact you and say, hey, we really would
Yeah.
like to do a themed one, and you guys put it out as a themed opportunity?
right. So your customer gets a complimentary cruise, being the theme, and then they can they can do a come along,
Oh, nice.
or not. But it's really there's guidelines that it has to
protocol
follow.
that's got to be followed.
That's got to
Exactly.
be followed.
Right.
But if it let's say it's a yoga instructor, they would do yoga. The only they have to. Everybody who wants to do yoga on the boat would come.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really neat. It's just again one of those things that pulls everybody
I am
together.
so gonna polish up my oatmeal making.
There you go,
techniques, 'cause
and you might get a free cruise out of it, Bonnie. Just when you need another thing to travel,
you
another
know
place
what?
to go.
I'm just saying, I could bring oatmeal to the world. I
You
think that
could.
would not be a bad idea.
My favorite.
But so I think my takeaway from meeting with Nancy today, and Nancy and I hadn't even talked until an hour ago about her product. I kind of knew, but I kind of really didn't know a whole lot about anything. Is how unique it really is. It's not full of bells and whistles. It's probably for somebody like a Bonnie Lee who likes really kind of calm and quiet. I like to enjoy who I'm traveling with. I would love to learn how to do yoga, so maybe I'll look for a yoga cruise or
There you
something
go,
like that.
yes.
But I mean, these are my big takeaways that I can't lose the key.
Yes.
That's a bad
That's
thing.
important.
We've got the Mediterranean, we've got the Caribbean, and we have got all year long in Southeast Asia.
And some great deals in 2020. We've got space left on the flyer in the Caribbean, and we've got quite a bit available in Asia.
So
And I need your help with that.
perfect.
Yeah.
So go into the portal, pull up Star Clipper. The website is in there, and I'm going to make sure that we have the agent website. I think it's in there, but I'm going to validate that. And then I will actually go in and pop that in as well under the video. I'll put the link to our Travel Quest Travel Quest portal Rolodex is what I'm trying to say. I will put that in so you'll have that at your fingertips, that you'll be able to go in and do some learning.
Right.
And again, Nancy is always available.
Yes, I am.
I mean, within reason. We'll give her 8 to 5, Monday through Friday,
There
I
you
guess.
go.
But her phone number is in there. Your email address is
Yep.
in there. If you want to do any specific training, if you're looking for something fun, you have
Yep.
how many states?
13.
Doesn't matter what state our agents are in for you to help them out.
No, it does not. If you are in, I have the central region. If you are not in my state and you prefer to work with somebody in your state, I'll recommend you. But I can do everything for anybody that's affiliated with Travel Quest.
So with that said, then, okay, so you do the Central, which obviously is not Arizona. I'm just pulling
Right.
a state out of my head here. So if one of our members was in Arizona and they say wanted to do a consumer night, could they reach out to you, say, hey, I would like to do this, but I need to actually have
Absolutely.
someone there?
Yep. And either I
Perfect.
would come down or I would send Beth from California.
Oh,
It
perfect.
depends on the schedule. So
Yeah,
we don't-
exactly.
there's only 5 of us throughout the U.S. and Canada, so we work together as a team really well.
Oh, great, because I think that's a gigantic thing for all of our members, Nancy.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
Yeah, they maybe do want to do a consumer type event.
And I'm available. Yes, that's the name of the game.
Oh,
Get
perfect.
them out there, because once they see it, once they see those videos, you'll watch those videos on our agent portal. You just want to get on. You just want
It's
to
so
get on
funny
board.
when you say that, and I mean, this really sounds stupid, but I can close my eyes right now, and I can see the sail go up, and I can see the wind, and I can feel the lift. I mean,
Yeah.
I can feel it, and for me, it's very peaceful. It's very calming, and there is something about that, and I really believe, I haven't looked at the videos, but the videos might help you to experience that if you haven't, but
That's right.
hopefully you can get on a ship and you can feel that to sell that experience, and my experience was a long time ago, but I still remember it, I still feel it, and I'm glad you kind of brought that back, because
Yeah.
that's kind of a very peaceful, like, as Elsa and Anna would say, it's a let it go moment.
It's a better go. Oh, that's right.
So, thank you, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Oh,
It was
and
awesome.
thank you guys for stopping in this morning. I know we can tell I'm doing this on the holidays because I got my little
There we
holiday
go,
gig
yes.
going on here. But my wish for each and every one of you is to have a merry and a blessed Christmas, a wonderful Hanukkah, a beautiful Kwanzaa. I know there's other holidays
In
at
there.
this, but that's why I would say happy holidays, because I want to be all inclusive of
Yes.
everything. Any point in time that brings people together to
Name it
celebrate
again.
a moment of kindness and world peace, I'm all for that
That's-
holiday. I don't care who's got it going on.
That's
So,
right.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks everybody. Now I guess if I can figure out how to end this. Oh my goodness. Because we kind of got this.